Every coach has to do what I would call a clear-eyed evaluation. You've got to sit down and be ridiculously honest with yourself first. And you've got to understand, is this a coach's problem? Is this a player's problem? Or is this a scheme problem? I think for Michigan, if Sherrone is being really honest with himself this offseason, he's going to see that there are issues in all the three areas. They've got to get more dynamic in their offensive schematics. They have to change their roster out through NIL and through the transfer portal. And I do believe that there's going to be some change on their coaching staff. I really believe that. And listen, we probably should expect that because every one of these guys, whether it's Lincoln Riley or Ryan Day, these guys that take over and they kind of get the keys to the car and now it's theirs and the legend left after so much success, it takes a few years to try to make it your program. And we've seen Ryan Day have to hire defensive coordinators. He's been through 3 since he was there. He brought in Jeff Hafley at one point. We've seen the same with Lincoln Riley as he's had to shuffle around his staff. He's been through several defensive coordinators trying to figure that side of the ball out. And Sherrone Moore is going to have to figure this out. He's going to have to evaluate what's going on in his coaching staff. And I think that there's probably a chance, probably a good chance, that it will look a little bit different. And that's okay. Everybody has got to do this around the country, and I'm not trying to lay blame on any one coach. This is just the current situation at Michigan. You got to evaluate with clear eyes. Is it coaches? Is it players? Or is it schematics? For Michigan, it's a bit of all three. And then the last thing they've got to do, they have to address the quarterback position. You've got to understand what's on your roster. Maybe we see a little bit of Jaden Davis down the course of the year, in the back half of the year here, and just so that they can evaluate what they've got in him. Do they need to go out and get a quarterback? What do they need to do in the transfer portal in order to fix this? So all of those things have to be asked and answered.